Hi everyone, namaste, and welcome to this video. It's been a long time on this channel. I haven't made a video. And anyways, I just, I'm someone who's passionate about non-duality. Um, Disclaimer, I'm still here, but I'm very passionate about this message. And I feel that it's okay if I share the message as I perceive it, as I see. There are so many people out there who are not there, let's say, and who do such an amazing job of describing what this is. And remember, it's a description, not a prescription. Not that that would really apply because there's no one really to take the prescription, but we can talk about this. What is this, by the way? Non-duality, Advaita Vedanta. And so basically, let's be honest, I'm just having fun. I'm just experimenting myself. I find that whenever I make a video, it helps me actually to become a little bit more clear about what this is. And I got to tell you, this summer, I spent a lot of time really digesting this message. And a bit embarrassing because I've been digesting this message for years. But I came across, well, not this summer, but anyways, I was listening to Alexis Knight, who I think is the most articulate on this topic. And also James Newman, I came back around to him. Wasn't really drawn to him too much before, but I really enjoyed the videos that I found of his this summer. And basically, I was just, every time I would hear something that just sort of, that light bulb, like, yes, yes, I would take whatever it was, a concept, a sentence, a pointer, and I would put it into ChatGPT. I mean, ChatGPT is amazing. It's like having a friend with a very, very high IQ. And I would say, please elaborate on this sentence, One thing that Alexis said was, the appearance appears, but the illusion doesn't. And this to me is something so simple, but I had never heard anyone say it. And it made so much sense to me. Of course, this is the appearance. It's not an appearance of many different things. It's one, if you will, one appearance of no thing. It's no thing appearing as everything. It's no thing appearing as this. It's one, no thing. It's a play of light, right? It's empty. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. This is something that has been spoken about and chanted and sung and taught even for hundreds of years. That form is emptiness and emptiness is form. They're not two different things. This is emptiness. This is nothing. This is the beloved. The infinite is what is. God is what is. This is it. This is an impersonal aliveness for no one, of course, because there isn't a self, is what the message says. So anyways, the illusion, and this is actually first, Jim Newman actually helped to clarify this for me. The illusion is the I am. I am a separate person. I am this me. And it's not a shared experience. It's happening here. And if and when it goes away or stops, that energetic contraction, whatever you want to call it, when that illusion stops, it will be seen that it never was. How could that be? What does that mean? Well, think about a mirage. It's not actually there. It looks like it's there. It seems like it's there. It seems so real. But once you realize it's a mirage, you can never say that it was there. It was never actually there. That's the illusion. If you see a snake and you think, oh my gosh, that snake, and then there's a flash of lightning and you see, oh, no snake, it's just a rope or a stick. You can never say, well, there was a snake, but the snake turned into a rope. No, there's no becoming. It doesn't need to become something because it's already not what you think it is. So in other words, this isn't what you think it is. This isn't what you are perceiving it to be. You never really see what this is as long as there is a me here. So, and this to me was very helpful. So anyways, it's not a shared experience. when the I am stops appearing, let's say, or when the illusion stops presenting, then you realize that it was never happening. And that, again, one could say this is all the story, of course, that one would look around and see that there was never ever a me in any other human body as well. There was never a self in any human being. So 8 billion apparent human beings, but not one self. Now, apparently, a few, or we don't really know, some have realized, it's probably not the right verb, that there isn't a me, or the me has stopped, let's say, in some amount of people. I mean, we really don't know. Out of 8 billion people, who's to say that a million people, that the me could have stopped in a million people? Because there's an assumption, I think, right, that whenever the me stops, that automatically that person's going to become a teacher or start sharing it online or something. More and more I realize that it's just there's no connection necessarily. It could be, but not necessarily, because again, it's so simple and natural, which is the name of this video. It's so simple and natural. It's just whatever is appearing. And because there's no intention to change anything, why would there be the need or desire to speak about this? And if it has happened, let's say, that there's no me anymore and there's no me anywhere else, then who's going to tell who? Who's going to tell whom? Because again, there's no one. So why bother? So some of you might say, well, why are you bothering? And of course, there's no reason really. I mean, maybe it's because I enjoy talking about non-duality, but yeah, there's no reason for it to happen. So, because you meet people, right? You meet people who seem very, you look in their eyes, maybe they're charismatic, maybe they're not, maybe they're just very peaceful, but there's something, like, wow, this person just, such a presence, you could say, or maybe just a quietness, a stillness, maybe somebody who doesn't get sucked up into all of the egoic, melodramatic dramas that we see all over the world these days, on TV and on social media and whatnot. So maybe there are just so many people living a quiet, peaceful life, or maybe they're not quiet. Maybe they're quite energetic, and maybe they're the ones running these nonprofits, or you don't know. It could be anybody, because there's no rules. It doesn't look like a certain way. There may be certain characteristics that you might see if you were to study all of these people, perhaps. But basically, there's no rules, and anything already. There's no self, right? So anyone here on the planet basically is showing glimpses of no self all the time, because you don't always feel like a self. You don't walk around going, I'm a person, I'm a person, I'm a person. There are many times where you are in the flow, let's say, or where the sense of self is very diminished, or maybe not even there, but you don't even realize it because you're not there to realize it. So anyways, I didn't really mean to, again, see, I didn't mean to talk about all of this, but there's no free will, no choice, no chooser. No doer, no driver, no vehicle. This is all just spontaneously appearing intelligence and creativity, unconditional freedom, unconditional love for no one. But I think the words that I want to share are innocence, because there's no self. This has such an innocence, such a purity, but not in a good, goody two shoes pure kind of way, but because it's empty, it's pure. Like the space here, this air, it's empty, it's pure, no sediment, no corruption, no blemish, no thing, right? It's so beautiful, silent, still, silent and still, it's so wonderful. And it's so natural. It's just whatever's happening. It's literally everything that is happening. Hands moving, words being spoken, thoughts appearing. Everyone's so uptight about thoughts appearing. I have to control my mind, and I shouldn't have a thought. For the next 55 years or something, I won't have a thought. It's just, thoughts are not the problem. No matter how you look at it, thoughts are not the problem. Thoughts are simply thoughts. Yes, it's true. We can get sucked into the thoughts. We believe the thoughts. We believe things that aren't true, and then we start stressing. And it can cause complications, but everything is this. Thoughts are this. In this unconditional freedom without authority or chooser, yeah, things can get very wild, very painful, can be tons of suffering, but it's also unconditionally this, equanimously this, right? Unconditional love. This is unconditional love. This, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. So there's nothing that isn't this unconditional love. And in that sense, again, everything is sort of allowed or accepted to be as it is. But even allowed or accepted sounds like someone's doing it, an authority or some other, sounds dualistic. So let's throw that out. But yeah, it's the only way to sort of speak about it. It's just that everything is allowed to be as it is. There's nothing other than this. So who would there be, or what would there be to not accept this, right? It's this energy, vibration, frequency, love, intelligence, creativity. God is what is. The infinite is what is. 8 billion people. And that's that. So I don't offer satsang or meetings. I don't sit with people or anything like that. Why would I? But if I were to do that, I think I would literally walk in and just sit down and say, this is non-duality, and then just sit there. And I would probably just watch my breath. This is it. This is non-duality. And basically, it's a response to that question that, people always ask, what is non-duality? Like, what is it? It's this. Oh, there's my cat. Oh, you can't see. Oh, there you go. Little tail there. Hello, cat. Why are you going behind the computer? Even she is what is. Where are you going? Oh, boy. Talk about drama. You see, it's so alive. It's already so abundantly alive. Yeah, so this is non-duality. Sitting here, talking, chewing your nails, I don't know, making dinner, falling asleep, watching TV, meditating. Everything is already this. So there's literally, it's just so simple in that sense. How could there be a teaching about what is? I'm sorry, I think I need to save this cat from hurting herself. Hi. Hello. Hello. Come. Okay. There you go. There you go. I have a cat over there and a dog below me. It's a bit precarious. Anyways, this is non-duality, having a dog and a cat. There is variety and difference, but no separation anywhere. So, belching, that's also this. Bodily functions, oh wow, that's also this. All there is this. And this is why I believe Tony Parsons and these speakers say, look, there's nothing on offer here. There's no application of this. There's nothing on sale. There's no teaching. There's no practice. What could I even give you? Excuse me, see? When everything is this. Everything is this. It's a bit silly even now to think about people gathering, talking about this. But you have probably heard that some people say that during a gathering, when this message or this exposure is spoken about, especially if the teacher is really truly empty and there's no self anymore, that there is an energetic, transmission also. Sounds dualistic, but let's call it transmission or a resonance or a basking or a shimmering, as Alexis says. So possibly, again, it's a story of cause and effect, but possibly something happens, or something stops happening. Maybe that's more appropriate in the midst of these gatherings, these meetings. So it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Experiences come and go, and they have no value. You know. But for the seeker who really wants something, I would say there are some things actually. There can be a lot of clarity that happens. A lot of, if the mind is really struggling and suffering and wrestling with concepts, the message of non-duality, because it's so simple, so liberating, it can, if it doesn't annihilate the self, it. I was making a bit of video for fun.